Hi guys, it's Will and welcome to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can farm over 100 gold an hour in Blackrock Depths. Now this farm is specifically designed with frost mages in mind, but other classes can still do it, and it also utilises the professions skinning and mining. Now before we begin, I've got to give credit where credit is due. I was made aware of this farming technique from a guy called Valtek, absolutely fantastic dude. He was really patient in helping me learn this method. He also has a YouTube channel. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the description below. I highly recommend you check his stuff out. He's a top-notch bloke, so again, credit to Valtek there, guys. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. So to begin with, you just want to be clearing out the lobby inside Blackrock Depth. Bit of frost mage farming here, lots of AoE, keep those mobs away from you. Yeah, classes like shamans and stuff, you can probably do this as well with your totem. I will admit though, I'm not an expert and you're going to have to figure that out for yourself. Sorry guys, you're going to be able to skin the dogs as you go along. You end up getting maybe round about 60 in a run if you push yourself. I didn't get that many in this experiment here that I'm showing you guys, but I am slacking a little bit. Like I said, I'm a bit of a scrub when it comes to this kind of thing. Now, as you can see here, I'm just clearing out the lobby, and I'm doing this for two reasons. Obviously, I'm going to get the loot off the dwarfs, you know, nice amounts of rune cloth there, a couple of green items here and there, and I've also got the loot off the dogs as well, which I can vendor, and of course their skins. They're mainly dropping thick leather, but I do get a bit of rugged in there as well, and that really does sort of help add up on the auction house. The other thing that you want to be thinking about with this kind of stuff as well, especially with Blackrock Depths, is that you do get greens that are worth a bit of money as well. Things that do extra spell damage, maybe a good amount of nature resistance, etc. Things that raiders are going to need later on, and they're willing to pay for those. And you can get, you know, maybe 10 to even 100 gold for a single green item. Important to note that you do have nice big empty bags for this kind of run. If you've only got a small amount of bags, you know, not much bag space, do get bigger ones. You are going to need that. The amount of loot that you get in a given hour is absolutely insane, and you are going to need that extra space. Also, I'd just like to point out that I did start this run with 1 gold. Exactly, I cleared out my bags, I cleared out the amount of gold that I had. I just kept that 1 gold in case I needed something, but we will be deducting that 1 gold from the end of this experiment. And the other thing as well, guys, while you can't actually see it due to a bug on this particular server, there is going to be dark iron ore near the lobby in Blackrock Depth. There's always at least a minimum of 1 node that's spawned. There sometimes is 2. I have found 2 on the rare occasion, but again, don't bank on that. You're just going after the 1 node per run. 3 runs in 1 hour. That's going to be at least a minimum of 10 ore, equivalent of 10 gold per hour just from mining there. And after I clear this pack, I'm going to go ahead and mine that. You can also see here now that I've just looted a rare blue sword, and we are going to factor that into this video, guys, because if you're doing 3 runs in an instance, I have found that most of the time you are likely to at least get 1 blue item in those 3 runs. Now that may not be a good blue item, but it is still a blue item and it should be worth a bit of money. Make sure that you take out this fire elemental. He is a patroller, so you are going to see him coming if you wait long enough at the door. There's also one on the upper platform as well, but it is possible for you to skip him by just walking past. Now with these packs here, guys, they are non-elite mobs, okay, so you can round the entire group up. They do a bit of damage, and unfortunately for me, I did die at one point to these that you will be able to see coming up. But they're very easy to round up, very easy to AoE down, guys, so make sure that you do that. They do give great loot. They're one of the main reasons that we're here. There are a number of these packs around the arena, and you might be thinking, oh, hold on a minute, don't these guys have medics? Well, they actually don't have those yet. They come in, you know, the elites, the medics and stuff, they come in at a later patch. But in vanilla, you are able to solo these non-elites, so I highly recommend you do that. And it is actually possible to do the elites as well. It is a bit harder, but again, it is still possible. And once you're done killing all of those packs, guys, you are ready to reset the instance, so head back out. As you can see here, just coming in again, picking up all of those extra mobs, clearing out the lobby, repeating the same process again. We're going to be doing this 3 times over in total, again and again. Did take me a while, I will admit, but as I've said multiple times now, I am a bit of a scrub. It is possible as well for you guys to actually do more packs here. I've only, you know, I haven't done all of them simply because I'm pushing myself here against the clock. It's also at one point here that the server actually went down. I did have a bit of lag, so I did pause the timer while I ran back in. Unfortunately, the mobs killed me when it lagged. You can just see here actually as it's coming up to it that there's some severe lag going on. And unfortunately I did die, so I paused the timer, ran back into that starting point as you can see here, and then I just carry on with that pack once the lag sorts itself out, and away we go again with the pull, and we pick up from where we left off. Now also, guys, something else that I want to point out here is that this is not part of the run normally, but if you do get this, it's worth doing it. Okay, so you can see part of the way through here that I actually typed in /target space P, and then I actually got this rare mob come up, which is the rare mob that drops the fiery weapon enchant. Now this Enchant, it goes for over 100 gold on most servers. Highly recommend that if you get this guy spawn, you get a friend, you get a guildie, you come in and you kill this guy. Again, not part of the regular run, so I've paused the timer on this. We will not be factoring any loot that he drops into this run, but it is important to note that if he does spawn, again, he doesn't always spawn, he is a rare spawn, but if he does spawn, make sure that you kill him. You are going to need a friend to help you do this. You cannot solo this as far as I'm aware on any class. That fairy weapon enchant, it's got a 15% chance to drop, worth hundreds of gold. If you get it, maybe be generous, maybe split that with your friend. If I ever get that, I'm always going to split that with the person that helps me. As you can see here, I've had a guildie come along, very kind and helped me out. So we just clear the trash out here, kill the patrol, pull the next pack, AoE all of that sort of stuff down. And then the pyromancer guy himself, he's actually got two ads that we just crowd controlled, killed him. Unfortunately for me, he didn't actually drop the fiery weapon enchant. He did actually just drop a standard staff, so I'm going to vendor that, but for the sake of the experiment, guys, we're not going to include that in this video. But yeah, carrying on with the run now, carrying on with the timer as we go. Just going to get back out, reset, and go straight back in. Fresh run, my last run now, racing against the clock. My bags are almost full now, just going to fill those up, grab that last bit of ore just there, and just rush to the finish now. Again, guys, it is possible for you to pull more packs than this, but just for the sake of the video, I wanted to keep the entire pool within an hour, so you can sort of have a look at what I'm taking on board, what my loot looks like, etc. And this is the best way for me to do that. And as you can see now, I'm just hairstoning back. My bag's pretty full there. I've only got a few spaces left. We've made some good money. And now let's take a look at the loot in totals for what I get both from the vendor and from the auction house, guys. Now guys, moving on to the loot. So after vendoring all of the trash items and greens that I wasn't going to sell in the auction house, I ended up getting 25 gold and 85 silver. I was able to get 1 gold for my frostweave pants recipe, 20 gold for the blue sword. However, it was worth more. I think it was going for about 26 gold on the auction house at the time of sale, but I wanted to get a guaranteed sale in there. I didn't want to hang about, I wanted to make sure that I was going to sell it on the first time that I posted it, so I did sell it for 20 gold. I got 10 gold for my Elixir of Giants recipe, 9 gold's worth of dark iron ore, not as much as I could have got, but again I was racing for time there, as you saw. I only got 65 silver for the ragged leather, so I mean, it's not loads. Skinning does help, but again, it's not a huge amount. 16 gold in total for rune cloth. I did have over 100 rune cloth at the end of that, and it's currently going for 2 gold a stack on my silver. I had something like 113, I think. I only got 50 silver for the scrolls. Every little helps, guys, and I'll take, if I can get 50 silver for 2 spaces in my bags, I'll still take that. I got 2 gold in wolf steaks. These are worth quite a bit because they're used as a raiding food, so it's definitely worth collecting those. A lot of people sell those to the vendor. Make sure that you don't do that. Do sell them on the auction house. They definitely are worth the money. I also got 25 gold for the band of the unicorn ring that I looted. Now this was a ring that gave frost damage. I did mention you need to keep an eye out for certain greens, and you are going to get used to the idea of which greens are worth what. Things like of the monkey, for example, not particularly worth a huge amount. Things that have special or niche names to them, to Band of the Unicorn, for example, that was worth a fair bit. I was able to get 25 gold for that. I got 1 gold 60 for my health potions and 3 gold 20 for my mana potions, which gave me a total of 4 gold 80 for those. I got 65 silver for my ruby and 2 gold 10 for my thick leather. So again, guys, to touch on that, I basically got an extra 3 gold out of that hour for my skinning profession. I got 65 silver for my essence of fire, and I also had 3 lock boxes. I tipped a rogue 1 gold to open those 3 lock boxes, and unfortunately for me, after selling all of the loot that came out of them, I was only left with 10 silver's worth of profit. That's not normally the case, but unfortunately for me, I was quite unlucky in the lockbox drops. I had about 1 gold 60 in armor repair, and of course we had the 1 gold from the start, which we also have to deduct. And something else to factor in as well, guys, is that I had about 1 gold 50's worth of claws from the dogs, if you do choose to sell those. Personally, I'm keeping the claws that I get right now because they'll be usable in the Dark Moon Fair event. As I'm saving for that right now, I'm keeping my claws, but if you choose to do that, you can obviously sell those. So after it was all done and dusted, I came in with 113 gold and 20 silver, which was well above the 100 gold an hour benchmark. You can earn a lot more than this if you're quicker than I am. It's not very hard, so I do really recommend this farm to you guys. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It changes things up a bit from the standard kind of farms that are out at level 60. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Again, really big thanks to Valtek for all his support and the guild Gnarly. I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and as always, I will see you in the next one.